Picture, if you will, a picnic. It's a beautiful setting. Your family is on a big sheet. You're just starting to have a lovely meal. When suddenly, a bee comes. And this bee will not be stopped. It gets in your face. It gets in your son's face, your daughter's face, to the point where the family decides, we got to get out of here. This is ruined. What is that little spark that is inside that bee that drives the bee and everyone? I'm going to call that little spark the zzz of buzz. I'm going to call that the zzz of does. Madam Toastmaster, fellow guests, somebody gave me this zzz. He was a public figure, but not a well-known one. His name was Al Orton. And for you old-timers, you may know that he was the first Olympian in modern times to win a gold medal 4 Olympic years in a row. That means for 16 years, he was the guy. But every year he competed, he was not expected to win. In Melbourne, the first games, he was a sophomore. First throw, Olympic record. He psyched everybody out. In Rome, the second games, his buddy on the Olympic team, the American Olympic team, is considered the odds-on favorite. He's up to his last throw, and his buddy, the teammate who's in the lead, says, Al, you know, if you lift your arm a little higher before you spin the discus, it's going to help your form. He throws, wins. In Tokyo in 1964, the day before the competition, he's working out on the discus ring. It's wet from the rain. He slips, falls, cracks his ribs, tears the cartilage. He's bleeding internally. The doctors say, don't compete for 6 weeks at all. You're risking your life. He said, I came here to compete. He made the finals, but fouled on every throw until the last. And he was competing against the world champion from Czechoslovakia who had not lost in 45 competitions. Up to the last throw, he's a loser. Up to the last throw, he delivered another Olympic record. In Mexico, 1968, he's in a neck brace. Again. Long story short, last throw, Olympic record. I read an interview of his, and this is where the zzz came. He said one simple truth. He said, I don't make excuses. And when I read that, I went, he comes, he delivers. It doesn't matter what the shape is. He delivers. Around the same time, I read a couple of essays about one word and the corrosive insidiousness of this one word. And what is this word? This word is try. The sentence, I'll try, or I tried, is laying the framework for acceptable failure. This is a word that Al Orton never used. And when I read this about him, I was touched very deeply. Because if we think of ourselves kind of like computers, and we're reprogramming our software, uploading a new version, it's a simple binary thing. You're either going to try or not. You're either going to commit yourself or not. But if you accept the word try into your being, on some level, you are accepting an excuse for failure. Well, I tried. I gave it a good try. Nice try. So if Al Orton was here today, I might ask him, what would you say if you had heard somebody say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I can't speak for his words, but I think what he might say is something like, if you don't have the resolve at the beginning, why even start? To achieve what you want, you need to commit yourself. You need to set that resolve to achieve. And when you do that, you will achieve your personal goal. I'm just